Okay. Today's card is using a brayer and a textured embossing folder with the Big Shot to make this beautiful card. Now, this just uses 2 pieces of rich raspberry paper, some rich raspberry ink, the Sincere Salutations stamp set, and again the Manhattan Flower Textured Impressions Embossing Folder with the Big Shot. And first what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the words. So I take my first piece of rich raspberry paper and I apply my Stamp-O-Majig. Now you can freehand this if you want, but I really like a dark image on my words, so especially when I'm using a colored cardstock. Now I will actually stamp this 3 times to make sure that I get a nice dark lettering. Because sometimes if you only do 1 stamp on it, it won't show up as well. And I want it to show up. I want it to be very prominent. Okay, so now I've stamped my words, and now it's time to make my flowers. And the way I do that is I take the texture impression pad and I open it up, and I use my brayer to ink it up, and make sure that you go in one direction. You just go straight forward or straight back. You don't want to do this because you won't get ink on the entire surface of the brayer. And then you simply bray onto the plastic. And for this project, I want to make sure I've got a lot of ink and then it's on there in an even manner. So I don't want to have too many lines or streaks or gaps in the ink. So now that that's inked up to my desired liking, I take a piece of rich raspberry paper and I stick it in the crevice there, and I close it up, and I get my Big Shot right here, and I apologize for the close-up nature of this. Now I got to make sure that I put this in the right way with the arrow facing up as I run it through my machine. I'll cut this down. Ooh, it's a little bit tough as it's running into all of my other supplies on my desk. Maybe I should clean my desk off a little bit. Okay, so I've run it through. Now I'm going to move my Big Shot away and take this out of the impressions pad, and you can see that the ink has gotten itself onto the paper, but the embossed area on the texture pad has come through. So now all you have to do is cut out the edge here, and which I've done, and glue it onto your stamped paper. And there you have it. There's your card. Enjoy!